Dreaming of moving to Norway? You've seen the stunning fjords, cozy red houses, and happy families online. The promise of breathtaking nature and a perfect lifestyle is powerful. But the reality can be different. Long, dark winters, high costs, and a reserved society. I'm here to share the real story so you're ready for the adventure ahead. So, you might wonder why you need another video about moving to Norway. Most vlogs show happy expats but skip the tough parts or are outdated. Norway has changed a lot, and what worked in 2020 may not help you in 2025. This guide is honest, practical, and covers the real challenges you'll face. Think of it as your essential pre-move checklist, so you can start your new life with a realistic plan. Rent is the biggest expense in Norway, and prices can be shockingly high, especially in Oslo, where a small one-bedroom can cost up to 18,000 kroner a month. Cities like Bergen or Trondheim are a bit more affordable, but real savings come in smaller towns, where you get more space for less. Most rentals are unfurnished, and you'll need a deposit of 3 months' rent. Always budget carefully. Your choice of where to live will define your financial life in Norway. Once you've secured your apartment, you have to keep it running. Your next major cost is utilities. In Norway, this primarily means electricity because almost everything runs on it, especially your heating. This is a critical point that many newcomers underestimate. Winters are long, dark, and cold, and you will be using a lot of electricity to keep your home warm and cozy. Unlike in some countries where heating might be gas or included in the rent, here it's almost always a separate, variable cost. Your bill will fluctuate dramatically between a mild summer month and the depths of a freezing January, when it could easily be double or even triple the summer rate. The price of electricity itself can be volatile, changing based on demand and reservoir levels for hydropower. Many Norwegians are obsessed with the daily spot price of electricity and use apps to track it. They'll run their washing machines and dishwashers at night when the price is lower. This might sound extreme, but it's a normal part of managing household costs here. On top of heating, you have your regular electricity use for lights and appliances. A typical monthly electricity bill for a small apartment could range from 500 kroner in the summer to over 1,500 kroner in the winter. For a larger house, those winter bills can become truly eye-watering. Beyond electricity, you have other essential monthly bills to consider. Internet is not a luxury, it's a necessity, especially for staying connected with family back home. A decent high-speed broadband connection will cost you around 500 to 800 kroner per month. This is non-negotiable for most people. Then there's your mobile phone plan, which will add another 300 to 500 kroner. Finally, you have home insurance, or innboforsikring, which is strongly recommended to protect your belongings. While not a huge expense, it's another 100 to 200 kroner per month that you need to factor into your budget. When you add it all up, these hidden costs can easily amount to another 2,000 to 3,000 kroner a month on top of your rent, especially during the winter. It's crucial to remember that the advertised rental price is just the beginning. Always ask the landlord or previous tenants for an estimate of the average utility costs for the property so you can build a complete financial picture. Underestimating these bills is a classic newcomer mistake. Being prepared for them means you can stay warm and connected without breaking the bank, even when it's minus 15 degrees outside. Grocery shopping in Norway is a shock for most newcomers. Everyday items like bread, milk, and cheese cost far more than you might expect. At checkout, the high prices really hit home. Meat and alcohol are especially expensive, with taxes and import duties driving prices up. Norwegians shop smart, hunting for special offers, buying store brands, and eating seasonally. Eating out is a luxury, so home-cooked meals with friends are the norm. Your grocery bill will be one of your top expenses, so learning to shop wisely is essential. Transport is a major expense in Norway. In cities like Oslo, public transport is clean, efficient, and affordable, with a monthly pass costing around 850 kroner. But outside cities, you may need a car, and that's costly. Cars are expensive to buy, run, and park, with high taxes, fuel, and tolls. Your choice depends on where you live, but in Norway, convenience comes at a price. Making friends in Norway can be a challenge for newcomers. Norwegians are often reserved, preferring small, close circles and planned social lives. The key is joining clubs or group activities. Shared interests open doors to real connections. Socializing is planned, not spontaneous. Invitations are genuine, and friendships, once formed, are deep and loyal. With patience and effort, you'll find some of the most meaningful relationships here. Norwegian workplaces are known for their flat hierarchy. Bosses act as team captains, and everyone is on a first-name basis. Communication is direct and honest, with feedback given frankly. Work-life balance is sacred. People leave on time and value personal life. Punctuality and reliability are essential, building trust and respect in the Norwegian workplace. Dating in Norway is a slow, subtle process. Approaching strangers is rare, and Norwegians are reserved at first. Dating apps like Tinder are popular for breaking the ice, letting people connect before meeting face-to-face. Alcohol and social gatherings help Norwegians open up, making bars and parties key places to meet. Gender equality is important. Splitting the bill is common, and dates are often casual, like a walk or coffee. Relationships grow gradually, built on honesty, equality, and a love for nature. To understand Norwegian social life, start with Janteloven, a cultural code valuing modesty and equality. Norwegians avoid showing off and prefer blending in. Nature is central. Friluftsliv, or open-air life, means weekends outdoors, rain or shine. Social drinking follows rituals, pre-parties at home, then bars, then after-parties. Neighbors are polite but private, except during dugnad, when everyone joins in for community work. When people think of Norway, they picture endless winter, but Norway is more than just snow and cold. The country has 4 distinct seasons, each with its own beauty and character. From dramatic contrasts of summer's endless light to autumn's vibrant colors, every season transforms the land. Embracing this rhythm is key to truly appreciating life in Norway. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the winter darkness. This is the aspect of Norwegian life that worries potential movers the most, and for good reason. It's a profound and powerful phenomenon that you can't fully understand until you've lived through it. In much of the country, the sun disappears below the horizon for weeks or even months. This period is called the mørketid, or dark time. In Oslo, the days become incredibly short, with the sun making a brief, low appearance for just a few hours around noon. Further north, in cities like Tromsø, the sun doesn't rise at all for about 2 months. This lack of sunlight is not just a minor inconvenience, it has a deep physical and psychological effect. Your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, gets completely confused. You might feel perpetually tired, unmotivated, and have trouble waking up in the morning when it's pitch black outside. The cold that accompanies the darkness seeps into your bones, and the simple act of leaving the house requires a significant amount of effort. It can feel like the world is in hibernation, and you are too. This is not an exaggeration. It's a real, tangible challenge that every single person living in Norway has to face and develop strategies to manage. However, the polar night is not complete and utter blackness. It's more of a prolonged, mystical twilight. During the middle of the day, the sky often glows with a soft, indirect light, casting the snowy landscape in beautiful shades of blue, pink, and purple. This is known as the blue hour, and it's a photographer's dream. When the sky is clear, the darkness also provides the perfect canvas for one of nature's most spectacular shows, the Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis. Seeing the aurora dance across the sky in shimmering curtains of green and violet is a truly magical experience that helps make the long night worthwhile. The key to surviving and even thriving during the mørketid is to change your mindset. Instead of seeing it as something to endure, Norwegians have learned to embrace it. They don't hide from the darkness, they light it up. Homes are filled with candles, fairy lights, and warm lamps to create a cozy and inviting atmosphere. They don't stop their lives, they adapt them. They go skiing under the stars, gather around bonfires, and fill their social calendars with indoor gatherings. The darkness is not an enemy to be fought, but a quiet, reflective season to be understood and integrated into the rhythm of your life. The persistent lack of sunlight during the winter can lead to a very real medical condition known as seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. Many people, even those who have never experienced it before, find their mood and energy levels plummeting during the dark months. The symptoms are real: fatigue, difficulty concentrating, a desire to oversleep, and a general feeling of melancholy. Recognizing this possibility and preparing for it is not a sign of weakness. It's a smart and proactive step towards protecting your mental health. You need to build a survival kit of habits and tools to help you combat the winter blues before they take hold. Your first and most powerful weapon is light therapy. Many Norwegians use a special sad lamp or lyslampe for 20 to 30 minutes every morning. These lamps emit a very bright, full-spectrum light that mimics natural sunlight, helping to reset your body's internal clock and boost your mood. Sitting in front of one while you drink your morning coffee can make a world of difference in your energy levels throughout the day. In addition to a light box, taking a daily supplement of vitamin D is considered essential by almost every doctor in Norway. Your body produces vitamin D from sun exposure, and in winter you simply don't get enough. The second crucial element is to stay active, especially outdoors. It might seem counterintuitive to go outside when it's cold and dark, but it is vital. Even on an overcast day, the natural light you get outside is more powerful than indoor lighting. Norwegians have a famous saying, "Det finnes ikke dårlig vær, bare dårlige klær," which means there is no bad weather, only bad clothing. So invest in good winter gear and force yourself to go for a walk during the lightest part of the day. Even better, embrace winter sports like cross-country skiing. The physical activity releases endorphins, and being in nature is a proven mood booster. Finally, you need to cultivate KOS and stay social. This Norwegian concept of coziness is a psychological defense against the darkness. It's about creating a warm, safe, and pleasant atmosphere. Light candles, bake cinnamon buns, read a good book under a warm blanket, and drink hot chocolate. Crucially, don't isolate yourself. Make plans with friends, host a dinner party, or join a club. Human connection is a powerful antidote to the isolating effects of the long winter. By combining light therapy, physical activity, and social coziness, you can create a robust strategy to not just survive the winter, but to actually find joy in its quiet beauty. If you're going to survive and thrive in the Norwegian climate, you have to master the art of dressing properly. This isn't about fashion, it's about function, comfort, and safety. As the saying goes, bad clothing is the only thing that creates bad weather. The key principle that every Norwegian child learns is the three-layer system, or trelagsprincippet. This method of dressing is essential for staying warm and dry, whether you're commuting to work on a frosty morning or hiking in the mountains. Getting this right will fundamentally change your relationship with the cold, allowing you to be comfortable and active in conditions you previously thought were unbearable. The first layer, the base layer, sits directly against your skin. Its primary job is not to keep you warm, but to wick moisture away from your body. This is absolutely critical, because if sweat cools on your skin, you will get cold very quickly, no matter how many layers you have on top. The best material for a base layer is wool, specifically merino wool. It is breathable, moisture-wicking, and, unlike synthetic materials, it stays warm even when it gets damp and doesn't get smelly. Cotton is your worst enemy. It absorbs moisture and will make you cold. Every Norwegian owns a set of woolen long underwear, or a lundertøy. The second layer is the mid-layer, and its purpose is insulation. This layer is designed to trap your body heat and keep you warm. The most common and effective material for this is fleece or a thicker wool sweater. The thickness of your mid-layer can be adjusted depending on the temperature and your activity level. If you're doing something strenuous like skiing, you might choose a thinner fleece. If you're standing still watching the northern lights, you'll want a much thicker, warmer layer. The beauty of the layering system is its adaptability. You can easily remove or add this layer to regulate your temperature. Finally, you have the outer layer, or shell. This layer's job is to protect you from the elements, wind, rain, and snow. It needs to be windproof and waterproof, or at least water-resistant, while still being breathable enough to let the moisture from your other layers escape. A good shell jacket and a pair of shell trousers are non-negotiable investments. On top of these three layers, you need to protect your extremities. A warm hat, a scarf or neck gaiter, thick wool socks, and insulated, waterproof boots are essential. Mastering this system means you'll never have to let the weather stop you from enjoying all that Norway has to offer. Moving to Norway means facing the bureaucracy. Registering with the police and applying for your D number are your first steps. Without these, you can't open a bank account, sign a lease, or even get a phone plan. Be prepared and organized for your appointment. Bring all required documents. Once your D number arrives, it's your golden ticket to start your new life in Norway. Once you have your D number, you can access Norway's public services, but nothing happens automatically. You'll need to choose a general practitioner on helsenorge.no. Appointments are booked online, and waits can be long. The language barrier is real. Forms and websites are often in Norwegian, so keep a translation app handy and don't hesitate to ask for help. For children, register with your local commune for school or daycare. Be prepared with documents and watch out for strict deadlines. Everything is digital once you're set up, but getting there takes patience and paperwork. The process can feel like a catch-22. You need a number to get access, but getting the number is slow and old-fashioned. Let me share my own Norwegian paperwork nightmare exchanging my driver's license. I missed the 1-year deadline by 3 weeks, so instead of a simple swap, I had to start from scratch. Courses, tests, and hefty fees. I relearned to drive the Norwegian way: calm, defensive, and by the book. After months and a lot of money, I finally passed and got my license. The lesson? Deadlines are absolute, rules are rigid, and shortcuts don't exist. It was stressful, but it taught me to respect the system's fairness and safety. Sometimes you just have to follow the paper trail, one form at a time. It's the little things in Norway that surprise you most. Shops close on Sundays, so plan ahead or pay extra at a convenience store. The pant system for recycling bottles is a national ritual. Everyone returns their empties for cash. Trust is everywhere. Unmanned farm stands, honesty boxes, and self-serve hiking cabins. The cheese slicer, or ostehøvel, is a symbol of Norwegian practicality. Once you try it, you'll never go back. These small details, quiet trust, efficient tools, and quirky routines are what truly make Norway feel different. Culture shock comes in tiny, fascinating doses. Some shocks in Norway are wonderfully positive. The sense of safety is real. You can walk at night, leave your laptop unattended, and let kids roam free. The air and water are incredibly clean. Tap water is better than bottled. Family time is sacred. Workplaces respect it, and parks are full of parents and kids, even on weekdays. The quiet is striking. Cities are peaceful. People speak softly, and stress melts away. These surprises, safety, nature, family, and peace, make daily life feel like a luxury. It's a kind of happiness you don't expect until you live it. Even after years, some Norwegian quirks remain a mystery. Påskekrim, the national obsession with crime fiction at Easter. Why? No one really knows. Grandiosa frozen pizza, bland, basic, yet beloved as a national dish. Dugnad, communal volunteer days that are optional, but skipping them is social suicide. Taco Friday. Every family eats the same Tex-Mex meal every Friday. How did this become a tradition? These oddities are charming, baffling, and proof that you'll always be learning in Norway. The mysteries keep life here endlessly interesting. Looking back, I wish I'd packed more outdoor gear and fewer regular clothes. In Norway, you'll live in waterproof jackets and warm layers, not office attire. Bring your favorite snacks or spices from home. They're hard to find here and can be a real comfort. Before moving, ask locals or expats about net salary and real living costs. It'll save you from surprises and help you settle in smoothly. If I could go back, I'd tell myself, be patient with the process. Settling into Norway is a slow burn, embrace it. Start learning Norwegian early, even if it feels awkward. Say yes to invitations, even outside your comfort zone. Focus on building a few deep friendships, not many casual ones. It's about quality, not quantity. That's what I'd do differently. Moving to Norway isn't a fairy tale, it's an adventure full of highs and lows. The challenges are real, but so are the rewards. For those who value nature, safety, and deep connections, Norway offers a quality of life that's almost unparalleled. If you're willing to adapt and embrace a new way of living, the adventure is absolutely worth it. Your journey starts now. This video gave you the honest advice and practical tips I wish I had when I began. Start your research, check the UDI website, and join expat groups. Learn some Norwegian, it opens doors. I wish you all the best on your Norwegian adventure. Like it till